Hello students, my name is Indurani, PhD English from KV Jalalabad. Dear student, today we are going to start third lesson of your Hornbill book, Discovering Tut, the Saga Continues by A.R. Williams. Dear students, you must have learned about mummies. You must have seen them in the movies. This chapter is also about Egyptian mummy named King Tut. Now we will try to understand the title of this chapter, Discovering Tut. Discovering means searching for Tut. Now what was the strange thing about King Tut that it is discovered? I would like to tell you that King was the last king of Egyptian dynasty. He died when he was only a teenager. There are a lot of speculations about his death. Most of the people believe that he had been murdered. Various archaeological surveys, scans, and x rays carried out on his mummy to find out the cause of his death. But the saga, a long story, the saga means a long story, but the story of his death, the, the mystery of his death has not been solved. So the saga continues. Now we will learn about the author of this chapter. The author of this chapter is A.R. Williams. He developed his love for reading when he was only in the 4th standard. Dear students, A.R. Williams developed his love from the comics, adventure stories, and many books that we read day-to-day life, in our day-to-day life. Dear students, I will tell you that Mr. A.R. Williams has also got an award for Writers of Future in 2010. Now, dear students, we will go through this vocabulary for better understanding of the chapter. Forensic reconstruction. Activity of building against something damaged or to help scientific tests to solve a crime. Studied across. In this chapter, you will learn how forensic reconstruction, how the modern scientific development is helpful in finding out the cause of his death. Now, scudded across, moved quickly across something. Scudded across word is used for the clouds that spread in the sky when the body of King Tut was taken out from his tomb. Casket grey. Casket grey, this word is used for the clouds that covered the stars like the jewel box. Resurrection, a new beginning for something which is old. This word is used for the gold that is found in the treasure of tomb. This gold was kept for believe this gold was kept believing that the king will the king will come back for resurrection. Funerary treasures, collection of valuable things used at a funeral. A lot of treasure was buried with the body of King Tut, that was called funerary treasure. Circumvented, found a way for avoiding a difficulty or a rule. Airy detail, strange and frightening bits of facts. Now, dear students, uh, this image shows learning outcomes. Learning outcomes means these are the points that you would be able to learn after the completion of this video. Learn about Egyptian culture, mummies and the pyramids. Discuss the significance of history in establishing the identity of a culture. Now, dear students, you must be knowing that if you want to know the culture of a country, history is the best medium. Describe how archaeologists work. In this chapter, we will learn how Howard Carter carried out his archaeological survey and how he made a way for other archaeologists to study the body of King Tut. Identifying elements of science, archaeology, and myth in the chapter. This chapter is a mixture of science, archaeology, and myth. Myths are created in the chapter by the Egyptian beliefs. The Egyptians have a lot of myth that are solved, that are proved fatal in this chapter. Learn about some of the Egyptian gods and their role in the story. Egyptians believed in nature and they used to worship nature as God. There are two gods that are mentioned in this chapter, Kheten and Amun, and they play a great role in this development of the story. Now in this image you can see King Tut, and you can see his coffin was the coffin was made up of his gold. His coffin was made up of gold, and you can also see wall murals that were buried with his dead body. You can also see various luxury items that were buried with his dead body. Why it was done so? Because Egyptians believe in life after death. They believe that death is only a sleep that transits one person from one life to another. If a person is buried with these things, he will get these things in his next life. He would be able to use them in his next life. So this was the myth of Egypt. Now, dear students, before starting the chapter, I tell you, I have divided this chapter in three parts. In the first part, I will teach you about King Tut, when he took the throne, and what had happened during his kingdom. And in the second part, we will read various scientific investigations and scans that are carried out on his body to find the cause of his death. And in the third part, we will learn the history of Egyptian culture. Dear students, Tut died more than 3,300 years ago. He was the last teenage ruler of a powerful family. His king, his family had ruled Egypt for centuries, and this was the dawn of his kingdom when King Tut was born in his dynasty. And he took the throne when he was only 9 or 10 years old. And he died when he was only a teenager. He ruled for only 9 years. Another thing that I would like to tell you, that King Tut, his full name was Tutankhaten. That was given by his father, that he later changed into Tutankhamun. Now there is a reason behind this change of name, because his forefathers, Tutankhaten means the live image of God Kheten. Aten means sun, and Tutankhamun means the live image of King the live image of Amun. Now why he changed this name? Because his forefathers used to worship Amun, but King Amenhotep IV changed his belief from Tuten changed his belief from Amun to Kheten, sun. That's why he destroyed the temples of Amun, and he destroyed the statues of Amun. But King Tut restored the old faith again. He started worshipping Amun again. He erected such statues of Amun and worshipped him. So he changed his name from Tutankhaten to Tutankhamun. Tutankhaten to Tutankhamun. His tomb was discovered and investigated in 1922 by a British archaeologist, Howard Carter. King Tut came into limelight when his tomb was discovered in 1922 by a British archaeologist, Howard Carter. He was before Howard Carter, nobody dared to touch the body of King Tut. Nobody dared to go inside the tomb because they believed that if they would go near the tomb, then they would have to bear the curse of Pharaoh. Egyptian kings are called Pharaoh. They were fearful of the curse of the Pharaoh. But being a British citizen, Howard Carter was not afraid of Egyptian belief. He went to the tomb of King Tut and started his archaeological survey. He took out the things that were kept with his body, and that was not an easy task. Why? Because in this image you can see that Howard Carter is observing the mummy of King Tut. Now, dear students, taking out the Tut's body was not that easy. Why it was not that easy? Because there were 3 other gold coffins were kept with the body of King Tut. Carter and his team broke the 3 gold coffins one after the other. Finally, they broke the innermost coffin and saw the dried, hard body of King Tut. But the problem was that they were not able to take out the body from the coffin. Why? Because of the ritual reasons. Resins was a sticky substance that was used as a funerary ritual that had hardened, and so it was very difficult to separate the body from the coffin. Now the problem was that the Carter could not think of leaving the body there. He feared that there was a lot of gold and treasure with the body of King Tut, and he feared that the thieves will steal the valuable wealth inside. So Carter decided to cut the ritual resins had hardened so much that it was impossible to extract the body from the coffin without cutting the Tut's body into pieces. So Carter amputated Tut's hands, legs, and all the other joints. You can call it a kind of a 21st century murder of a 1300 BC pharaoh, and the murder was committed by Howard Carter. That's why his archaeological, most of the people has resented Howard Carter. They did not like the idea of they did not like the idea of Howard Carter to separate the body by cutting it. Many people criticized it, but Carter tried to defend himself by telling that he had no other option, because for him the mummy was more important than the treasures. But many philosophers and many archaeologists believe that he was more concerned about the treasure than mummy. Now, what he did after taking out the body from the coffin pieces by pieces, he reassembled it in a wooden box on the sand, and then he put it back into the coffin. King Howard Carter took out the treasure inside the coffin and put it in the museum for display to display. Then he is criticized that he was concerned about the treasure, not about the mummy. But we can also say that he has made a way for other archaeologists to study the mummy of King Tut. Otherwise, it was never possible to study the mummy before without extracting it. Now we will read about the more X-rays and scans carried out on the body of King Tut and their results in our next part of the video, part 2.